So my name is Patricia Velez and we're here for the people.
Andrew Arias, and we're here for the people.
Yesenia Marin, and we're here for Mr. Anderson and David.
I'm Jorge Varela, representing David and Mr. Anderson. Good job.
Patty for the people. Does the prosecution have a opening statement?
Yes.
Okay, you may proceed. The bailiff.
Okay. Good afternoon, Your Honor, jurors. This case we bring about today is about the murder of Officer Jack and the crimes being committed by David, a 13-year-old high school boy who single-handedly created a massive advanced math lab, who then discussed the idea with his high school chemistry teacher, Mr. Anderson, to create a high-grade methamphetamine by breaking into the school chemistry lab and stealing a chemistry set. We are here today to ask that you charge David as an adult for first-degree murder and Mr. Anderson with second-degree murder and obstruction of justice, and that they both get charged with larceny as well.
Thank you. Defense?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor. My client, David, Mr. David, I don't know what's his last name.
Good job.
And he's only 13, keep in mind that he's only a 13-year-old child, basically. He's still not an adult yet. He's coming out straight out of middle school, coming to freshman. He probably wants to make a name for himself. I know he wants to make a lot of money. And he's always very highly influenced by a popular TV show, which is the trend nowadays, called Breaking Bad. And you keep in mind that he's watching his TV show and he's getting step-by-step instructions on how to do this. He's just doing this for the money, not to cause any harm to anybody, just like I said, for the money. Of course, he goes to one of his teachers named Mr. Anderson, who's very passionate about science and the subject, who's willing to help out his students in their education. So, Mr. Anderson, due to an undiagnosed condition, he's very passionate about the subject and does not believe that he's doing any wrong from helping this child, or what I call him child. And I believe that all charges should be dropped for Mr. David due to the fact that he's not doing what he's doing, just because he's still yet a minor. And Mr. Anderson should at least have get a diagnosis of his mind, like diagnostics of his mind, and put at least into an institution in which he could be studied more.
Thank you. Prosecution ready to call their first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Whitney?
You're waiting. It does.
Okay, how do you know David?
I don't actually really. I just see him in the hallways, walking to class. I never really. We don't have a super personal relationship.
Okay. What was your relationship with David, other than you just see him here and there?
I didn't really know him, but I for sure did not like him. I thought he was really gross and ugly, and like he dressed kind of stupid. So I just thought he was very. I didn't want to associate with him, which is why I had this relationship with him.
Okay. How did you come to find out about him selling drugs?
Well, I was walking in the hallways one day, and then I just heard some people talking about it. So I decided to tell my friend Jack, the officer, about it.
Okay. How would you describe David?
Again, I describe him as really just nasty. Just the way he like looks at you is just gross. Just everything about him, I just hate it, and I hate him. And honestly, I think he should just go to jail forever and ever for having killed Jack.